Sup guys, Review 23 here, back again with another video, and this time we're going to be doing another book review video, and this time it's Goosebumps. Let's Get Invisible, book number 6. So, before we get into what my thoughts, let's get into the whole plot, the story. It's about this kid named Max, and Max is having a birthday party. At the ending of his birthday party, he and his friends go into the attic and they suddenly discover a secret room, and that secret room leads into the place where a mirror is being held at. Max turns on the mirror light, and he suddenly gets invisible. Whenever he comes back visible again, he thinks that his friends are playing a joke on him. But eventually, Max suddenly one night come back to investigate the mirror, and he sees himself being invisible. So is his little brother. That got the idea of them wanting to mess around more with the mirror, and so Max invites his friends over again, and suddenly they start to mess around with it. But the problem is that it was taking them, whenever they turn on the light, it was taking them too long to come back. And so one day, Max's brother decides to mess around with the mirror behind his back, and suddenly when Max tries to bring him back, he suddenly vanished. Max starts to get freaked out, and whenever he turned on the light from the mirror, his brother comes back, but in a very weird way. So Max decides that enough is enough. No more playing around with the mirror. That was until his friends gets involved, and his friends decide to mess around with the mirror until two of three of Max's friends comes back, and they came back the same weird way as Noah. They all of a sudden put Max into the mirror, turn the flashlight on the light from the mirror, and Max gets teleported into this world. Then he sees himself, which eventually it's basically his reflection. What happened was that Noah, Zach, and Aaron, which are Max's friends and Max's little brother, they eventually got switched into their normal selves, and their reflection took their place. Max eventually escapes it, and the reflection of Noah accidentally breaks the mirror, which eventually leads the imposter, the not Aaron and Zach, back into the mirror world, and the real Aaron and Zach comes back. In the end, however, Noah didn't get pulled into the mirror, and Max doesn't notice it until they were playing catch outside. And that was the book. So, my thoughts on the story. Well, it was a really good story, and I did enjoy it. What makes this story good is that it brings a lot of intense moments here and there, and a lot of mysterious moments whenever his friends get stuck into the mirror world. But what makes this story awesome is how intense it gets and how deep and dark it gets when we get to all the way to the ending of the story. But yeah, however, the characters in here were really cool. However, some of the characters were a bit to me. But overall, I enjoyed this book. I enjoyed the story and just another good story. I like the way the creepy stuff was when, like, oh, the mirror, something's happening, like this mirror is dangerous, it's taking us too long to come back to our real life selves, our visible selves. And yeah, I enjoyed it. My thoughts on this story: it brings a lot of intense moments. It has good stuff in there. It's very dark, very mysterious when it comes to the mirror itself. And overall, I enjoy this story so much. This is the type of horror story that you would want to read. This is what a horror story feels like. Mysterious, intense. You don't know what's happening. That's what builds up a horror story. And I really enjoy it. Overall, if I had to rate this book, I would probably give it a 9 out of 10. But anyways, what are your thoughts on Let's Get Invisible? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you agree with my opinion? Let me know down in the comments below. And also, I'm going to be making a video on my announcement probably next week or early August, but don't worry guys, it's coming out. And yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.